The truth about money that few dare to reveal. Are you being deceived about money? Welcome to Practical Philosophy, where we explore the fundamental laws that govern life, laws that have always existed but are not always recognized. Have you ever wondered, why do some people work tirelessly their entire lives yet remain financially struggling, while others seem to exert little effort and wealth effortlessly flows their way? We were raised with certain beliefs. To succeed, you must work harder than others. To make money, you must toil endlessly. As long as you keep working non-stop, you will eventually achieve everything you desire. This sounds reasonable, but if it were the ultimate truth, then why do so many people work relentlessly, giving their all, yet still struggle financially? Why aren't the hardest workers, construction workers, laborers, and blue-collar employees, the wealthiest individuals? Look at reality. A bricklayer works from dawn till dusk under the scorching sun, sweat pouring down, yet their earnings are still lower than that of a financial investor who simply analyzes data. A taxi driver may work tirelessly every day, yet their income pales in comparison to that of a business owner who merely signs a few contracts. So, what is the difference? Is life truly unfair? Or is there a deeper truth we have yet to realize? Hard work alone has never been the key to wealth, rather. It is the way you think about money and the value you create. Is hard work really the key to wealth? Imagine this. If hard work were the deciding factor in wealth, then those who work 10 to 12 hours a day, tirelessly striving to make a living, should be the most successful people. Yet in reality, the hardest working individuals often earn the least. In the US, a restaurant server may work from morning until late at night, earning minimum wage plus tips. Yet they still struggle, worrying about rent every month. Meanwhile, a real estate investor might spend just a few hours a week analyzing the market, making smart buying and selling decisions, and generating enormous profits through asset ownership. Similarly, in the tech industry, the best programmers are not necessarily those who write the most lines of code but those who create the most value. An average developer might write thousands of lines of code daily, but their income is far lower than that of a tech entrepreneur who simply identifies a groundbreaking idea and finds a way to commercialize it. This doesn't mean they don't work, it means they work differently from the majority. They don't blindly throw themselves into labor. They don't just trade their time and physical effort for money. Instead, they use strategic thinking, vision, and an understanding of life's financial principles to make money flow toward them automatically. A prime example is startup founders in Silicon Valley. They may work fewer hours than their employees, yet what makes them wealthy isn't the time they put in but the value of the business they create. When you own a company with millions of users, the financial influence you wield is far greater than just working a salaried job paid by the hour. So, where exactly does the difference lie? Money doesn't come from hard work, but from awareness. Perhaps it's time for you to adopt an entirely new perspective on money. The truth is, wealth doesn't stem from sheer hard work alone. It comes from something far more crucial, the right mindset, self-awareness, and an understanding of life's fundamental principles. You can work 16 hours a day, but if you don't understand the laws of money, you will still end up with nothing. You can pour all your energy into your job, but if you don't know how to create real value, you will remain trapped in the cycle of exchanging time for money, never achieving financial freedom. Money doesn't flow to those who work the hardest. It flows to those who use their intellect to create value, to those who truly understand how wealth is generated and sustained. Take Warren Buffett as an example, one of the world's most successful investors. He doesn't make money by working 16-hour shifts at a regular job. Instead, he understands how money operates, invests for the long term, and optimizes his assets. He knows that money isn't merely a result of labor, it is a byproduct of financial awareness and strategic thinking. Now, look at how people like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos have built their wealth. They don't work like ordinary employees. They create ecosystems that generate profits autonomously by holding ownership in high-value companies. The wealthy don't work the way most people assume. They don't blindly immerse themselves in labor. Instead, they have mastered the principles of prosperity. They know how to make money work for them. And most importantly, they possess the right perception of money and personal value. The true secrets of wealth. If you observe successful people, you'll notice a common pattern. 1. They don't work for money, they work to create value. Truly wealthy individuals never focus solely on how much money they can earn. Instead, they concentrate on creating value, understanding that when value is generated, money naturally flows toward them. Think of Steve Jobs. He didn't just create a phone, he redefined the entire human experience with technology. When you bring something truly valuable to the world, money is no longer an issue, it becomes a mere byproduct. 2. They use intelligence instead of just physical labor. If you rely solely on manual labor, your income will always be limited by time and physical capacity. But if you leverage strategic thinking, you can create unlimited income potential. Consider Elon Musk. He doesn't just work hard, he identifies trends, shapes industries, and invests in transformative sectors like electric vehicles and space exploration. His strategic vision allowed him to rise from nothing to become one of the wealthiest people in the world. 3. They understand that money is not the goal, it's a tool. The rich don't see money as something to be hoarded. They treat it as a tool to create opportunities and expand their influence. Bill Gates, instead of keeping billions of dollars in his bank account, has invested in humanitarian projects, education, and global healthcare. When you see money as a tool for creation, it will flow toward you in ways you never expected. 4. They build systems instead of just working for a paycheck. Think about how Jeff Bezos built Amazon. He doesn't personally pack orders or answer customer service calls. Instead, he created a system that runs efficiently without his direct involvement. If you only work to exchange your time for money, you will always be limited by your personal productivity. But if you create a system that generates income even while you sleep, wealth will continuously flow into your life. 5. They understand the power of relationships and financial leverage. Wealthy individuals never work alone. They understand the importance of networking, financial leverage, and human capital to achieve their goals more efficiently. Take Richard Branson, for example. He doesn't personally manage every company within the Virgin Group, but he has built a strong team and strategically partnered with key players to expand his empire. If you want to be wealthy, don't try to do everything alone. Learn to collaborate and leverage the resources of others. Wealth is not about working harder, it's about working smarter, strategically, and with the right mindset. Conclusion: it's time to change the way you think about money. If you still believe that hard work is the only path to wealth, then perhaps it's time to rethink that belief. No one denies the value of hard work, but hard work without the right mindset will only leave you exhausted, without getting you anywhere. To escape the endless cycle of financial struggle, you need to ask yourself, do you choose labor or intelligence? We are living in an era where financial opportunities are no longer solely dependent on physical labor. If you only follow the traditional model, working from 9 to 5, waiting for a paycheck each month, you may find yourself trapped in a financial cycle with no escape. You can either keep working tirelessly for every paycheck, or you can pause, reflect, and ask yourself, how can I make money work for me? Remember, the world doesn't reward you for working hard, it rewards you for the value you create. The best salesperson is not the hardest worker but the one who knows how to connect with customers. The smartest investor is not the one who wakes up earliest and sleeps latest, but the one who has the right strategy. The wealthiest individuals are not necessarily those who work the most but those who work the most efficiently. Ask yourself, do you want to continue working harder? Or do you want to find a way to work smarter? Do you want money to control your life? Or will you learn to control money? Do you want to chase money forever? Or do you want money to flow to you effortlessly? The world won't change if you continue doing what you've always done. But if you change your mindset, your entire world will change. The answer lies in the choice you make today.